What is going on, everybody? It's Drew coming to you with another comic book review. But before I get started on that, I just want to let you know I do comic book reviews, trailer reactions, film reactions, any fun stuff, recommendations, different things, podcasts, commentating, name it. Leave a comment below, any recommendations, hit the like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I also have a Discord, which is I just started. No one has joined it yet, but we can start from there if you guys want to contact me with anything or have anything to share. I'm going to have to debunk a video I made a couple of days ago about a book called All Against All. I feel bad. I kind of went really hard in that video. I'll be the first to admit, like, sometimes it takes me 2 reads. And just like films, like, I can bring this example up again. I remember when I first watched the Watchmens and I first watched V for Vendetta. I thought both of those movies were trash. I thought they were trash. It's a good thing back then I wasn't doing reviews, because I would have, if I had a follower, I would have sent out the wrong signal. So I ended up watching V for Vendetta the second time, and it made sense and the film was good. And I ended up watching The Watchmens one day. It came on and it was good. But one thing that I had in common when I watched both of them, I realized I was a little bit drowsy. I wasn't really in the mind focus. And I think that's the same thing that happened with this book. I read it last week, All Against All. And this is issue 1. And yes, first I'm going to apologize to the writers, the artists, and any of the fans of any of these guys. The writer is Alex Packnadell, and the artist is Casper Wingard, and I'll apologize for the first video. I'll leave the video up. Y'all can watch it. I'm not going to hide from it. I've done this, and so now, I just read it again. I said I woke up, I was full energized, I had drunk some coffee, and I was kind of just looking at my books, and I went and watched my video again just to see it, and I was like, man, I was really disliking this book. So much about this book that I can't, man. I sat here and read this book all the way towards the end and was struggling to finish. I don't know what to say about this, man. Like, I can't even, like, put it like this. If you ask me what is this about, I can't tell you what it's about. And you know, now think about it. I read it in the middle of the week. I got off work, and I was like, all right, time to read some of these books, because I had a stack of books I haven't read. And then I read it, and my mind just wasn't pulling the stuff in. So anyways, let me get into this. Now that I read it again, and the first video I said that I couldn't even tell you what the book was about. That's how much I feel like the dialogue was all over the place. I even low-key dissed the art. The art is actually not bad. I just wasn't into the art initially. It's okay, you know, it's still okay. So I'm not gonna change my mind too much of the art. It's okay. Like I said, all art don't gotta be top tier art to like. I do like different artists and different ways of looking at it, but it's cool. And so I'm gonna get to the story. So basically, what's going on in this story is, for what I got from it, now that I actually read this. There's these humanoid alien type creatures. I'm not sure exactly. Now that's something I still need to figure out where they came from or who they are. When it turns out, what they're doing, they're observing creatures on the Earth or whatever planet. Just like it shows primates, bears, different creatures, and they somehow know how to, like, I guess, get inside these bodies and control them or use them as life form, and they're trying to figure out how to control it, or how to be in control, and how to understand the life of the life form of going on as time goes on. And they're finding there's a lot of flaws, there's a lot of mistakes, there's a lot of these. They end up killing some because they, oh my God, you realize there was somebody inside of there, right? And so I guess what I'm thinking is they're going to different planets, like they're trying to figure something out. There's even a scene where it looked like they went back to Earth, because it looked like at the beginning they was at Earth. There was like the guy looked like a caveman. There was a kid out there. He looked like little Tarzan, but not caveman, like a jungle man. You know, like so they went back to Earth. It looked like they were in Paris at one point. They were describing that there was no survivors. They saw bones and skulls all over the place. It's like what they're doing. They're trying to rebuild, but I'm not sure if it's for the good or the bad. That's the part I don't know. It's like they're trying to rebuild and they're trying to use different species, and they're trying to figure it out. There was even one where he said the guy got inside of the fly. Somehow so there's still a little bit of confusion in my brain, a little bit, but I have a more understanding what's going on. Like I have a more understanding what they were trying to say or what they're trying to get to. And it was the dialogue was more of like narrated. Then it got to heavy conversation. So it was kind of like telling you, and it was also heavy conversation. And the dialogue is strong though, and I think that's part of the reason why on the first video I was lost. It's strong. There's heavy conversation. It's you have to follow the back and forth, and it's a lot of that. It's not a lot of action. It's not a lot of there's a decent amount of action, but it's not a lot. Like it's not one of those. It's not a visual, like a strong visual comic. Yes, the visuals are good. Like you want to look at it, but it's not about like the overall battles and stuff like that. So this is issue 1 of 5. Now that I reread it, I will say I will continue with the series, because now that I understand what's going on, I need to see what direction they're going. What's going to happen? Are they going to figure out their plan? Are they going to figure out what they're trying to find? It's now that I'm trying to say it. So once again, I had to do a reread, and yes, it's a decent book. It's a good book. I'm sorry. I was all over the place. I'll leave that one up. I ain't even gonna take the video down just to prove. So it's a good read, and I'm not gonna sit here and I have no shame admitting where I was overthinking or not putting my all into, and that's another mistake I need to work on before I make a real actual review. I need to make sure I'm 100% like know that I tried. You know what I mean? And I feel like I didn't try because, like I said, I think I was a little tired. I was drowsy, and that's now I need to start thinking like, wait a minute, before I post a review, was I 100% in? Maybe I should go back over it, you know? So, because you know, I don't have a goal. I'm not super picky. Like my goal is not out here to diss artists and diss no matter what it is, filmmakers, movies, books, writers, directors. That's not my goal. My goal is to find the good, to find how much I like it. But if it's not, it's just not. Okay, everybody's taste is different. But that's what it seemed like to me when I watched the video. That felt like I just found every reason not to like the book. So I didn't. I'll tell the truth. I just did not sit down and make sure my brain was stable enough to do a review or make sure I actually read it. So, yes, this is All Against All, and we'll be looking next year to issue 2, which will probably come out in January, I guess, and we'll see. Now, when I read all 5, we'll find out after the second one. Now, that would be the one that will tell me if I'm going to actually finish the whole series. But yes, and I'm gonna end it right there. I got a whole bunch more books that I'm behind in review, and those reviews are coming soon. I'm a little late on a lot of my books. I'm not keeping up with New Comic Book Day. Been a little busy, been working. So I'm gonna try to keep up, have more consistent reviews weekly of like relevance, you know, like, and yeah. So I'll see you guys on the next one. See you guys on the next one.